Yeah. This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody.
G'day, everyone.
On the show today, we caught up with Emma Watkins, a.k.a. Emma the Yellow Wiggle, a.k.a. Emma Memma, because she's on Brickmas.
Yes.
If killer dogs are coming for you, just grab the Windex. We found out that works. We talked to people about what they have had to protect themselves with. It was a little bit different.
We catch up with our great mate, Dave Callan. He's cruising on a cruise ship. That's what you do on
so
a
we
cruise
talked to
ship.
some
What
other
gets you
people
cruise?
who've lived the cruise ship life.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
It was dangerous on the streets of Quinns Rocks.
Wow, wasn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
So scary.
So a couple of dogs, no one knows who these dogs belong to, were just running around attacking people. It was unbelievable.
It's terrifying.
It's something
Oh,
you
my
actually
God.
see, Nathan, more so in American TV because they breed these style of dogs.
Yeah.
And I've never seen it. I've never really heard about it in WA.
In total, 3 men and a woman were attacked. So you're about to hear from Philip Smith. Him and his neighbour Ian were attacked by these two random dogs. It happened at 10:30 a.m. yesterday morning when they're just outside of their house.
Minding their own business.
That's it, Natalie. Just being neighbours, probably having a chat about the day. Philip, of course, was shocked.
The dog just went savage. I was in panic mode. I was fearing for my life. 2 dogs were latched hold of my legs and they just going savage. I thought the dogs were going to jump up onto the bonnet of his car and attack me.
Unbelievable. So Philip's like, oh my God,
Yeah, man,
what
that's
can
hard.
I
What
do?
can you do?
What can I do?
We were yelling at the dogs and we were looking for something to grab to hit the dogs with, but there was nothing there.
Yeah. So then, luckily, their neighbour sprung into action. He had grabbed a fence post and a bottle of Windex. And he sprayed the Windex at the dogs, and then he got the fence post and he chased after them and scared them away with this noise.
Oh, they were going, ah.
Oh, that'll do
That
it.
doesn't sound that scary. I think the Windex in the eyes is probably what did it.
Clearly.
Do you know what I mean?
Clearly. Megan's a big fan of Windex. That's how she keeps me away. But dogs, now we know.
Mate, imagine if you got home from work, got home from work, and you walk in the front door and you hear this.
Oh, that'll do it.
Terrifying.
That is horrendous
Yeah,
what we
it is.
saw there. I mean, I get around town with my my dog, and sometimes you think, why would people ever be scared of? And he's a big unit. Why would
Yeah, he's
people
a big unit.
Be scared because I've never seen this kind of attack. But that would make me pack me dax.
Yeah. It's always a thing of mine of what do you protect yourself with?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if you've been
Because not everybody carries Windex all the
they
time.
don't
You know what I mean?
carry Windex, Nelly, not even spray and wipe. Not even the odd can of Glen 20. Then again, aggressively disinfecting someone doesn't really sound like it's going to put anyone off.
You've got to go for the eyes, Nathan. Got to go for the eyes.
When our storeroom was broken into the other morning, remember when I thought there was something going on? I have my giant cup of hot tea.
Oh, yes.
So I had the whole tea and key ready to go. So I have my key in my hand and my hot tea ready to go, and I was going to flip the lid off of my tea and then throw hot tea in their face. So I'm always ready for a key tea defence.
Key tea
Sure.
defense.
It's a double barrel.
Yeah,
Clearly.
key tea.
It's a good idea to have something locked in your mind. What are you going to do? What are you going to use?
Sean, every day. Every day right now, I know several things right now I would use to protect myself against you.
Well, one's the cup of tea again, because it's right
See
there.
that highlighter? You might know how that's going to get you, but
It's gonna
believe
get me.
me.
All right,
yeah,
okay.
It'll be clear afterwards. It'll be highlighted. It's time to stop putting off your trips and start celebrating summer with an amazing getaway.
Whatif.com has all kinds of accommodation options all around Oz.
Check him out on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
So a guy had to defend himself against a dog attack with Windex and a fence post.
Windex
Well done.
and a fence post.
Saved the day.
And it was effective, which is great.
The dogs took off.
So we are wondering what you might have used to defend yourself that's a bit unconventional.
Hi, Laurie.
Hi.
Hi,
Laurie.
Laurie.
All right, what's happening? What did you do?
So when I first moved over to Australia, I lived in Melbourne and we used to live on a lake. And I was probably about 9, 10 at the time, and a duck started chasing me and ended up ripping up one of my granddad's tomato plants and trying to hit the duck with it.
You
Protect yourself
with a
from
tomato
duck.
plant.
You protect yourself from a duck with a tomato plant.
Yeah, well, it's the only thing in arm's reach.
It was
I had to
handy.
just
Yeah.
Notoriously,
rip it
they hate
out.
tomatoes.
Yeah, they are terrified of tomatoes.
So tell me the process of protecting oneself from a duck with a tomato plant. How do we do it?
So I just ripped the plant out and was just throwing a tomato plant around the garden, and my granddad was looking at me through the window, and he was mortified because I'd pulled out his tomato plant.
Yeah.
He cared about the duck.
I'm going to say
He just
prized
cared about
tomato
his
plant.
plant.
Yeah.
Now, when
Okay.
we're talking about
Yeah.
ducks, you brought something up.
We'll speak about it
yeah.
later. I want to talk about the tomato plant. Did it work?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, just in case someone's being attacked right now.
And there's a tomato plant handy.
Yes.
All right,
I
thanks.
mean, go for gold, but
Give it a
it
shot.
probably won't work.
Go for
All right,
gold.
noted. Thank you, Laurie. Renee, hello.
Hello, how you going?
Hey,
Great,
Renee.
Renee. What did you defend yourself with?
Well, it was my children. I've got 3 teenage boys, and they were probably about 12, 14, 15 at the time. I'd gone to the gym, and they were just starting their day, getting ready for school, waking up. And I had a locksmith coming over, which I had forgotten to tell them about. The locksmith came to the door and sort of called out, opened the door and called out. And the boys freaked out and ran to the laundry and got 3 window washer, the squidgy things
Yes.
to wash the windows with. And we just holed up in their bedroom thinking that this guy was going to come into the house and attack them. But that was their defence, was the squidgy.
I was
Squeegee.
going to squeegee themselves to safety.
Yes.
100% clean him to death. I don't know what their thought process was, but that was the nearest weapon they could find.
Think
They're-
about
they're
the
good in a
laundry,
crisis.
right? Think
Yeah.
about the laundry. I would have grabbed a bottle of bleach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
Sean.
Yeah.
That would work.
Maybe pull
You-
the hose
you
off the
could've-
washing machine and then you could whip them with
Yes.
with the
Sprayed
hose.
them with
That's
some
good
Fabulon,
thinking, that's
heated
good
up the iron and throw that
I mean,
Oh, that'd be a good
even
idea.
you know,
Just wait a minute.
the person some Fabulon, the person attacking them as well might have to stand still, but I'll give them a damn good pegging.
Yes. I've heard that about you.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We're talking about when you're faced with danger
Yes.
and you need to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just use what's at hand, like defending yourself against a dog attack with a bottle of Windex
Windex.
By the
and a
way,
fence post.
works everybody.
Yeah.
Works. Dave's in Woodville. Hey, Dave.
Good morning, guys. Beautiful morning, isn't it?
Oh,
Dave.
Dave. It's great
Great
to be
assessment,
alive, isn't
Dave.
it? It's great
Great
to be
assessment.
alive.
It's good to hear you back on the mend as well, Nat.
Thank you so much,
Oh,
Dave.
Dave, give him the prize,
that's
Sean.
all right.
Give him
What
the
is-
Yeah,
prize.
Dave, you're box seating already.
I know.
What did you use, Dave?
Anyway, we're up at Exmouth and we're snorkeling on this reef, right?
Yeah.
And we're below this cliff. And basically, my mum was sitting up on top of this cliff looking down at us boys about to snorkel into this particular area. Now, what we didn't know was in front of us was it's only a black-tip reef shark, but it was about 6 foot long, this thing. It was quite big.
That's
and
big.
it's just backing up against this wall, right? She is screaming,
Yeah.
all right? And anyway, so all we hear is sharks. So we started making our way over to this really shallow bit of reef below the cliff. Anyway, so the shark's getting closer and closer towards us now. And anyway, I'm about to get up onto this reef, and my brother, such a kook, has grabbed me
Yes.
and thrown me back into the water, dragged me back into the water and then jumped up onto the reef. Now I'm the last person out of the water.
Yes.
And I got out and I turn around. This thing is literally half a metre away from me.
Yeah.
I get one look at it in the eye and it's just flicked its tail and gone. You didn't see it.
Oh.
So your brothers
Used
used
you.
you as the ultimate defence weapon.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I think
pulled you back
sacrificial.
into the
Sacrificial is the word that comes to mind.
me is what I think. It sounds terrible. I think, given the chance, most people would do.
Panic
Most
mode on
brothers
the
would
bloke.
do.
I still remind him of it,
So
Okay,
in
you
order,
do.
so this is great. We're learning to save
Yep.
yourself from a duck. Use a tomato plant to save yourself from a shark. We need Dave.
Yes. Or a brother.
Or a brother.
Yeah.
I think no, particularly Dave. I think it's just Dave. I would have at least tried to, flicked it with my towel, Sean.
Shark.
I don't know. Does that work?
I don't think he was swimming
Well,
around
not
with
really
his tail,
swimming around
though.
with his tail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on,
that'd
on
be
the
very
edge of the water. Flick, flick, flick. Anyway.
Thank
that
you,
was great.
Dave. Ben's in Mandurah. Hello.
How you going?
Hey, good man.
Good, Benny. Okay, what did you use to defend yourself?
Well, I had been using an umbrella against a home invader.
Oh, okay, Mary
Opening up in
Poppins.
his face.
What happened?
Well, it was about 7 o'clock at night. We just finished dinner. My daughter had gone to her room, and I was just laying on the couch, and the window to the backyard, all of a sudden a foot come up on it.
Yeah.
Like coming into the lounge room, and the window opened. This guy tried to jump in.
Oh my God!
The closest thing next to the couch was an umbrella, so I started fighting with him, pushing him back out with the umbrella.
Yeah.
And he sort of cut back out. Next thing he was out the front door, kicking the front door.
Oh.
He's managed to get it open, and he's got this like big sword in his hand.
Whoa!
And I've still only got this umbrella, so I'm still trying to push him back with the umbrella.
Yes.
But my daughter's noticed. She's called police. I managed to push him back and get the door jammed again. And then he's run off.
Okay, I need to know about the umbrella. Is it one of the little ones that pop out, or is it one of the ones with the curvy handle, so it's a longer umbrella?
And
No, it was
pointy
the
end.
Bunnings one.
A good
Bunnings
Bunnings
one.
one, so that would you sort of
pretty dirty, pretty hard.
you could fence with that. Now, when you're pushing him out of the window and of the house, did you have the umbrella open like a
shield?
like a Captain America
Yep,
shield,
yep.
or was it closed
When
and
I
you
was
were
at the front
stabbing?
door, I was. Out the window, it was just shut. But as I got the front door,
You
I
opened
flicked
it.
it open. The blade kept coming in through the gap.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, that's amazing that he decided once you shut the window on him that he was going to take you on
Yeah.
the front door.
I know. Well,
he had
That's
a sword.
ridiculous. And secondly, we kind of talked amongst ourselves about this. The times that people try to break in your house. Because 7
Yeah,
o'clock when
7
you're on the couch,
7:30,
it's
that's-
too early.
No, fat cats.
I know, it's too early. And if someone disturbs you breaking in, that's when you run off. You don't go,
Yes.
no. Hey, no.
And double down.
No, actually, it's before 8 o'clock. You let me in.
Bigger question though,
Here's my
Ben.
sword.
I hear it's very unlucky to open an umbrella inside. Have you had bad luck since then?
No, I think this one was a lucky one.
Oh, okay.
Mate.
All right. Well,
That was great.
myth busted. Thanks.
Chances to the umbrella opening inside.
Mate, you know what? And it's amazing too, isn't it? With that umbrella opened up like a shield, that the guy didn't think just to stick the sword
Stab it
straight
with a
through
sword.
it.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Lego Masters Brickmas Specials continue, of course, and one of the celebrities who's doing her Lego thing is none other than Memma Watkins, who joins us now. Hi, Emma.
Hello. Hi.
Hey. Oh, I loved watching you build your ballet castle on Brickmas.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I really tried to bring a little bit of colour to G's life. Really tried to inspire him to dance ballet.
I tell you
my
what,
God.
it was a great pairing actually because you did lift him.
Yeah.
The thing that, obviously he was set in stone about what he wanted to kind of build at the start, and then when you brought in your love for animals and in particular strawberries and cream, you might want to tell everybody about strawberries and cream.
Yeah, well, I have 2 pet goats. They're actually twins, and their names are Strawberry and Cream because their mum's name was Peaches, and so they live with me at home. And I wanted to bond with G over something. Actually, G grew up in South Africa, and his family farmed. He had lots of different animals, and so of course we kind of hit it off straight away talking about animals. And we tried to incorporate this in our Lego Brickmas build, but sadly and unfortunately, we didn't realise how rare the goat piece was.
Yeah.
And so G gives us this story about the myth and the legend of the goat, the Lego goat. And look, we've all learnt a lot.
I thought he was taking the piss when I was seeing because I was thinking,
no.
a Lego goat. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They're a
it's
pretty
worth
common animal.
Yeah, it's worth $1 million.
Why is it so rare?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't understand. Like, Lego has made some amazing kind of, animals and creatures, and I just don't understand why there's the sheep and the pig, but no goat.
Yeah.
I mean, there obviously is, but we need to bring this mould back. Let's start a petition to Lego.
But it is funny when you do bond with someone on one topic, though, Emma, because it seems to be like, if you've got nothing else, is that all you speak to him about is goats now?
Just send one another goat videos all the time.
I mean, to be honest, G and I it was almost like, obviously we were meant to meet each other, and we've just become the best friends ever since.
Nice.
And I've been over to visit him in Perth, and we've had dinner, and just being able to see each other and bond over pretty much everything. But we just get on so well. He's honestly the greatest guy of life. But I don't think that everyone's seen everything of him. Like, I feel like this next episode this Sunday will probably bring out a more softer side of G.
And isn't that amazing? Because you two would never have met.
That's right.
You'd never
What
have
a
met.
friendship to be forged.
Yeah, that friendship would never have existed. It's
Unless
amazing.
you were forced together by Lego.
It's amazing when two different worlds come together by some random event.
Isn't it?
That's so great.
Absolutely. I'm so grateful. I mean, to our friendship, not just between G and I, but for everyone on the show. We just became such a close-knit group of friends, and we even now have a group chat. We all text each other. We had such a great time.
Emma, what about getting to work with the Brickman himself and seeing him in action? So he was able to go around the groups and, put in every now and then. How do you enjoy that, to see his mind work?
I think I was more just overwhelmed by his, I guess, wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
I didn't quite understand how in tune he was, obviously with Lego and the history of Lego, but we were talking about this particular set that I had when I was about 6, and I was trying to describe it to him, and he knew exactly when it was made, what the model was called, what year, and I was like, wow, that's so amazing. How can he recall that information? And I guess most of the time in the show, I think I was more just scared because he was so clever. I was just worried that he was going to be very judgmental about our build, but he was actually so helpful.
You know what? When you come across someone that's got such a weird knowledge and deep knowledge base like that, and he has built an amazing career, but straight away I think about his partner and his children and what they've had to listen to.
That's right. He needs an audience for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Them. Emma, the first time we ever met Ryan was before
all of it.
Before Lego Masters. So he was just a Lego specialist, and he came in and he brought a little puzzle in for us, and he gave us some pieces and said, make a ball out of that. And we all just stared at him and went, oh. We didn't even know we didn't even know where to start, and it was a fairly elementary thing. And he just looked at us, rolled his eyes, and did it in about 3 seconds. And it was like,
he's mine.
Yes, it's extraordinary.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's not. We saw that obviously in Brickman, and I guess people already understand his level of ingenuity. But the Lego Masters on the show, each of them all have that kind of knack for making something beautiful and organic out of a very square brick pit, which is quite a talent. And you don't really know that until you're in the brick pit and you're like, everything is square.
And I've got to make it round.
I need a round edge.
Yes.
Hey, Emma, how's the world of Memma going?
It's good. I'm just trying to figure out how I can get Lego to do my backdrops. If we can just get Brickman. If Brickman can come and make... He just did a window for Louis Vuitton, I think.
Wow.
And I was like, come on, Brickman, come and make me a backdrop.
Are you kidding me? I was looking for a present for a friend. I went, okay, I'll just get them a coffee cup from Louis Vuitton, $1,200. Yeah. Imagine how much a Louis Vuitton Lego brick would be.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, honestly.
That's hectic.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, well, you're just slaying it in everything, to be honest.
Is that a Christmas pun?
Yeah.
Thanks, Emma. Lego Masters Brickmas Special continues Sunday at 7 o'clock on Channel 9 and 9 Now. And Lego Masters will be back in 2023 as well. Thank you so much for talking to us, Emma.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Bye,
Thanks, Emma.
Bye.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Sean.
That's right, everybody. The ocean is 100% funnier.
When we spoke to
And
Dave,
sexier.
and sexier, of course, Dave Callan, when we first heard that you were heading off to do the cruise ship circuit, we were just so intrigued. Now, tell us where you are right now then, Dave.
Right now, I'm in the exotic locale of Brisbane Harbour.
Oh,
Brisbane
tell me
Harbour.
more. What are their laws like over there in Brisbane?
But I'm missing you all. I'm missing Perth very much. I'm shedding a tear. I wish I could be with you all to be ringing in the new year or whatever you're doing today. I might be getting ahead of myself. It's probably not that late in the year yet.
The date's the same here and in Brisbane. Just so you know.
I'm having a great time here. I'm basically a cross between Aquaman and Billy Connolly. That's my job.
Nice.
Okay, so we know you're doing... how often are you doing your show, Dave, and how long have you been at sea for?
I feel bad because I'm only doing 2 gigs every 10 days.
That's insane.
Are you exhausted?
Insane.
Oh, for me, I'm living the life. I've been on since November 1st, and so there's a lot of downtime. I've been adopted by a rock and roll band.
Tell me more. What are they called?
Have you heard of America? It's this whole fancy place. You can't go there by bus. You have to catch an airplane and everything, or a cruise ship. They're called Back in the Day. They play 80s cock rock and hair metal covers.
Amazing.
Nathan's looking at
I mean, and this is you all over, really, isn't it, Dave?
Oh, I've totally found my tribe, Nathan. It's like they all look like me. In fact, I keep getting mistaken for the lead singer. He's my doppelganger, as the French would say.
Yes.
I keep having to ask, guests come up and ask me questions about Bon Jovi, and I've got no idea how to talk about it.
You just say you're halfway there.
Just go and ask Richie Sambora. He'll be able to answer that question.
So, who's your best ship friend? Is it one of the Back in the Day boys?
Yeah, definitely one of the Back in the Day boys. And there's a juggler called Buster. He's become a good mate.
Yes.
Yeah, Buster the juggler. And also, there's a Scottish piano bar lady.
Yes.
And she's very funny. She's like, you know the way people don't sing in an accent?
Yeah.
This girl is so Scottish, she does. She's like, she met Marmalade down in old New Orleans.
You're right, people don't sing
unmistakable.
What's her name? What's her name?
Her name's Jennifer Hart.
Okay, is she single? Because, I don't know.
We've seen the Love
you
Boat. We
asking?
know what happens.
Is she single? What's
What?
going on?
Oh, I don't know. I can find out from her if you want. I can update you on the next installment.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll find out.
I just want you to find love.
Yeah, we're very invested.
Well, Dave, I think last time we spoke to you, because you knew you had some downtime, you're thinking about getting super buffed. Is that how things are paying out?
Oh, that was the theory, wasn't it? So basically, they have 7 buffets.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's getting buffed. He's getting buffet.
So I've tried all of them once, and then I just stuck with the buffets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
7 buffets.
Talk to us about your living arrangements. Where do you sleep? Do you get a fancy cabin, or do you have to share with a juggler or something?
There's a submarine following the boat, and I have to swim down at the end of the night because there's not enough room. No, I got my own cabin, which is lovely. Yeah.
Yes. Does it have a
And
window?
it has a porthole.
Ooh.
A porthole?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a porthole?
You have a shower and toilet and stuff in there?
What's that? Do I what?
Shower? Is there a shower and toilet in there? Bathroom facilities?
There is a shower, yes. The shower is very tiny in the cabin. Like, if I bend over, I basically put my arse through the wall, and it just appears in the next door neighbor's cabin.
Yeah, that's their porthole.
Yes.
Hey, Dave, I'm guessing you got like a mini fridge in your room, and I'm wondering, so when you're hitting the buffets, are you taking a little bit of a plate back to the room as well for snacks later on? How does one actually live on a cruise boat?
How do you know me so well? That is exactly what I do.
Yes.
So, oh yeah, hang on. Oh yeah. Say again? Yes, that's right, yeah, yep. Oh, I just got a quick question there from a security guard.
Oh, what do you want to know? What do you want to know?
He wanted to know if I'm a contractor, which I am.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
So I was just interrogated.
Tell him that you're friends with the juggler.
Live on national radio. Say again? What?
I'm friends with the juggler. So I'm friends with the juggler.
That's always a get out of jail free
I was
card.
going to say, that's right.
Show him your porthole.
Hey, Dave.
You know what, yes?
I was going to say, the show's going well. I mean, you're only doing a couple, as you said, every now and then. So are you just full of energy, coming just out firing?
Because I know what your concern was. Your concern was that if you have a terrible show, you've then got to see the people around for the next week. So, you want it to go well, right?
Yeah, it's interesting the way they work. So basically what they've been doing is, with a new comedian, they put them on the very last night.
Ah, good. So you don't have to do anything until the last night?
We'll say again?
You don't do anything until the last night of the cruise?
Yeah, that's the way it's been so far. But now that they know I'm actually good, they're giving me more jobs.
Oh!
So now they're going to be putting me on twice or 3 times a week.
No.
But they go handy on you, first of all, because they're going, is this guy actually funny?
Yeah, okay.
Is he going to stink the place up? Is he going to be shunned and a leper at the buffet?
Yes, yeah. All right. So, Dave, talk to me about a day in the life of Dave on the seas. So we wake up. So we wake up. What's next?
Yeah. I wake up at the crack of midday.
Yeah.
Then straight to the buffet.
Yes.
And then I walk past the gym and I kind of look at it a bit.
Oh, well, that's all you need.
And then I go back to my cabin.
Yeah.
Then I play golf on PlayStation with the rock band. It's rock and roll.
And are you mingling with the passengers or hanging out more with the other contractors and crew?
I'm kind of splitting my time between both because I find the passengers fascinating. They ask the most stupidest questions. I got to share some of these questions they ask. Like, one guy rang up guest services and he goes, "My microwave in my room doesn't work." They're like, "Sir, you don't have a microwave. That's a safe." They get asked this one all the time. Like, non-stop, they get asked, "Does the boat run on its own power supply?" Well, what does that even mean? Like, no, there's an extension cable going back to the opera house.
Anything else?
What else?
They got asked this one time in the spa. The spa department got asked, "How small does your face have to be for a mini facial?" Man, I can't get. I think people get on a cruise ship, they just switch their brain off.
Yeah, clearly.
So, Dave, you sound like you're having fun. Can you be extending your time?
Say again?
Would you extend your time and/or you'd do this again?
Oh, yeah, they're looking at extending it throughout February, so I might stay on a wee bit longer. It's actually quite fun. I didn't think I'd like cruise ships before I got booked for one, but now that I have, there's something for everyone. Royal Caribbean are fantastic, so I've been having a ball, yeah?
Yeah, cool.
And are you getting off at destinations and having a look around? Or are you just staying on the ship the whole time?
Sometimes I stay on the ship because you get to stretch out and use all the facilities when there's no guests on board. But we've been going to some great destinations. Like I'm going to jump off in Vanuatu next week, and there's Noumea, which is in French Caledonia.
Yes.
So that's a lovely spot as well. So it's nice to get off and have a look at some other places and so on. Places that aren't Armadale, WA, where Mum and Dad live.
Yeah.
Dave, what I require from you is text me some photos of you with your friends. I want to see you with your band friends. I want to see you with your piano lady friend.
And the juggler.
I want to see you with the juggler. I want to see you with the juggler.
Oh, you'll love it. I'll make sure I'll get a few photos. I'll send you a collage.
Thank you.
Now, look, we've been concerned. Are you okay? Is everything? So everything's okay? You good?
Oh, yeah, everything's great, yeah. I'm having a great old time.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Dave Callan of the High Seas.
Yeah.
Is it going to get you on the... we've talked about this cruising thing, Nate.
Mum and Dad, once they found out that Dave was on this ship, were like, we need to find out where it's going, where it's pulling in, and we could possibly go and spend Christmas time with
and then
with
just
Dave
heckle Dave the whole
seas.
time.
Oh, that'd be great. You should. I'll send you some screenshots of the price list.
Oh,
there's some great options. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. That's
listen
fine.
to you.
Yeah,
Some
you
great
know what?
options.
It'll be so great.
Great
And I'll get on
packages.
there. I'll get on there and I'll steal all of his friends away from him.
That's right.
Yes, it'd be great.
That'll be
Juggler,
the Nathan
you
and Buster show.
Yeah, Nathan and Buster, Nathan with the band.
That'd be great. We'll do an OB.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
for 10 days.
Love your work, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Stay
Love
safe.
yours.
Keep enjoying
So
it.
good to talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you too.
So funny.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
We just spoke to Dave Callan.
Amazing.
All about life on a cruise ship. And
He's loving it.
You know what? That sounds so interesting. And we just heard from Dave, who is doing comedic performances.
Yes.
But I wonder what it's like for other people that have got other roles that used to work on a cruise
Like
ship.
bar people
Yes.
or, working in the kitchen or like the maids that have to clean the room.
Yeah, whole service.
Or maybe
industry,
you're
yeah.
in
It's
charge
everything.
of a roller coaster. I'm not sure. They've got roller coasters and stuff
imagine
on there.
They would have a lifeguard in the pool.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you're the
Cushy job.
The lifeguard, just that.
Maybe you're the DJ in the local nightclub.
We got family friends who lived on cruise ships. I think I did it for about 20 years in the end. They met on that, doing that. And photography was the thing.
Wow.
So they were just the
in-house photographer.
in-house photographers.
Well, think about it, because it's a small world on a cruise ship.
Yes,
They
so you
wanna
need
offer
almost everything.
everything.
Yeah,
that's
like
there.
the doctor. There would be a nurse as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember
Everything.
when we went into the nightclub on that cruise ship when we went there that day?
Yes.
We went into the nightclub and it was
It was
hilarious.
early, to be fair.
Yeah, it was early, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have mattered.
No.
Because the thing was just a floating thing of pensioners.
Yes.
And the nightclub music was on, the lights were going on, and it was just like a collection of old people having cups of tea in the corner.
To get away from the hurly-burly action in the rest of the ship.
I don't think they know how to use it right. Anyway.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Our friend Dave Callan is doing a comedy tour on a cruise liner.
A series of cruises, in fact. Yeah.
And he does he originally was going to do one performance every 10 days, but now they've seen he's good, so he's doing a few more. And we've just been talking about life on a cruise ship. He's hanging out with a band actually at the moment.
And a juggler.
The band's called Back in the Day, and I'll pull up their website. So they are officially assigned to Norwegian and Royal Caribbean cruise lines. The NCL Breakaway, Getaway, Encore, Bliss, Sun, Epic, Royal Caribbean, Ovation of the Seas, Quantum of the Seas. So what I can take is these guys
They're
are
professional cruise ship musicians.
travelling around on cruise ships. And
Around the world.
Whether they be on great money or
Well,
not.
I can't imagine it pays amazingly, but
say if each one of them are getting...
all of your living expenses are taken care of. So if you don't have a family, you can... All that money's just going into savings.
Yeah, and you get... I was saying before, you get paid in US dollars.
Yeah.
So, come on.
Unbelievable. We want to know if you've actually worked on a cruise ship and what life was like.
Cruise ship radio show.
Yes.
Yes, cruise ship radio show.
The boat that rocks.
Joe, hello.
Hey, how you going?
Hey, Joe.
Have you lived the cruise ship life, Joe?
I have. I worked on Regency cruises in the Caribbean for 6 months.
Yes.
And I worked in a casino. And the casino can't open unless you're 3 miles offshore.
Yes.
So we docked 6 days a week. So I had 6 days off, did one sail day, and just worked a few hours every night. It was absolutely fantastic.
And that was it,
Joe, how good. 6 days.
So what did you do the rest of the time? What did you do in your downtime?
Oh, I went to the beach. You had a different island every day. So St. Thomas, San Juan, Martinique, a few of the different places. St. Kitts, quite a few places that we kind of went to and just travel around. And
are they like Rottnest, so to speak, in the beautiful waters, or are they better? Can it be better?
Totally fantastic, yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
Hey, Joe, when you're in the casino, what station, what game were you in charge of?
Okay, so I actually did all the wages, and I did the cashier. So it was like all the Americans, the New Yorkers coming up, going, give me dollars, give me quarters, all that kind of stuff.
And would they tip you? Were they allowed to tip you in the casino?
Not really, no, because it was all about, it was kind of like when the ship finally got the three kilometres out, it was like they were at the door knocking on the door like, get us in.
Wow. Because I didn't know if someone had like a really great time on the blackjack table or whatever, that they'd just flip you like one.
I think so.
Take a chip. Take a chip.
Yeah, no, because they spent it on drinks,
Yeah.
But yeah, like they were the same. Like Dave said, they asked stupid questions. Like one of them was, hey, can I get an elevator across the ship?
A sideways moving elevator.
Yeah, not going to help them.
I mean, how lazy are they?
An elevator
That's
going
amazing.
across the side of the
Thanks, Joe. And Naomi's in Serpentine. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
Have you lived the ship life, Naomi?
Yes, I did 5 years and met my husband on board.
Yes. Okay, tell us all about it.
I went out I was living in Perth, obviously, went out as a hair and beauty therapist.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think I went through London and did a quick training package to get out onto the ship. Mm-hmm. And then, just started out at LA and did a whole year, did the world cruise. So then I worked my way up in the rankings and met my husband on board.
What was his
Not
job?
The captain. He was an engineer.
Okay.
So,
Nice. So he was in the guts of the ship and you were like up on the decks.
Yeah, I was in the goriest bit,
Putting blush on the girls.
No, not exactly. But yeah. So that was good fun. Travelled the world and had lots of below deck parties and lots of hangovers and met some friends that we've still got friends with from all over the world.
And does it pay well, Naomi, or are you able to save a lot of money doing it?
Yeah, you can, but, when you're in your 20s and you're travelling the world, you spend it because you're not going to get off in, like, Hong Kong and go, oh, no, I'm saving my money, I'm not going to get off today.
Yeah.
So, no, we spend everything we earn. But my husband earns pounds and I earn US dollars, so, depends, because everything's franchised on a ship, so you work for a particular company.
Yeah. Right.
So, he worked for a different company, I worked for a different company, the casinos work for a different company, the deck officers and that, they all work for a different company. So
wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's like a franchise on board every different cruise ship. Yeah.
There you go.
So
But
interesting.
it brought you love,
It
Naomi.
did.
That's a gorgeous
Wow,
thing.
the Love Boat. It should be rating better, shouldn't it?
Yeah,
for
it should
Channel
be.
10?
I think it's finished. Thanks, Naomi. Adam, hello.
G'day, how you going, guys?
Hey, Adam.
Have you done the cruise ship thing too, Adam?
I sure have. That was quite an experience.
How long
I used to call... we worked on a ship called Paradise. It was the world's first non-smoking ship. And unfortunately, I was a bartender.
Yes.
So if you can imagine, everybody who doesn't smoke is a health freak, so they don't drink.
So tips weren't that good,
you make all your cash. Because bartenders, you get a base wage, very minimal, and then you make all your money on tips.
Oh, no.
So nobody drinking, nobody's spending.
Yes.
And I'm not making money. So.
Oh, mate.
So how quiet was it at the bars, though, Adam, that you were working at? Was it just like a ghost town?
It was pretty busy behind the scenes. We were drinking all the dregs and stuff to keep ourselves entertained.
Yes.
But it was pretty quiet. Yeah. I found the problem too with the cruise ships is there's 3 levels of staffing.
Yeah.
There is there's a crew which is made up of about 90% of the people on board, the staff on board, and they're not allowed to go anywhere when you're not working. So when you're not working, you have to stay in your crew quarters, which is a tiny little prison cell sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or you can go to the crew mess, or you go to the crew bar.
No.
And that made up of that was bartenders, cleaners, cabin stewards, all the sort of the bottom of the run people when we're doing that.
Yeah.
And then if you were a staff, that would be people that are the entertainers, the casino staff, like the lady said, etc., those sort of level people. They could go into guest areas with their name badge on.
Yeah.
And then the top level staff was the captains and all the white collar guys.
Yep.
And they could go wherever they want, with whoever they want, and do whatever they want, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Adam, so you were basically in a floating prison.
You were the scum of the earth,
Yeah,
them.
you know the Titanic when they're sinking and the people are trying to get through the gate.
Yeah.
That was us.
That was
Let us out! I couldn't wait to get off the cruise ship, to tell you the truth. It was prisons in paradise, I suppose.
Yeah, that's great.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Just want to tell you something that quickly happened to me earlier this morning. I had to drop my car up at Auto Masters, Natalie. It's not going into reverse. It's a big problem.
Sorry.
Major feature. So I dropped it off before I dropped it off about 4:20 this morning, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm walking down the street. So I'm halfway down Hay Street, right, to get to Nova. And then this drunk guy comes out of nowhere, walks over from the road and says, "Hey, mate, can I get a lift?"
Yeah.
Did he wanted a piggyback?
And I said, "No."
He wanted a piggyback, no?
No, I'm walking. Then he goes,
Really?
"Oh," and then walked away.
Did he? Maybe he
see
thought
your
your car was
invisible car?
nearby,
Maybe.
and that
I don't
you were just
know.
walking to your car, and you were then going to drive him
Maybe.
200 metres down before
You're giving him the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt, so that's nice.
That's weird.
He's had a good night, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
hop on.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Couple of things just to get through quickly. Later on, we're going to get stuck into Justin Langer and his comments about Cricket Australia and individuals, which we all kind of guessed in the first place when he lost his
We're
job.
not getting stuck into him, are we?
No, into the story.
Into the story themselves.
We agree with him.
But
It's getting messy, though.
Off the top, then obviously the Cricket Australian CEO Nick Hockley has come out and said he's disappointed in Justin's
Justin's disappointed he lost his job.
players, and he fully supports the player group. None of us do we?
No way. Not in a million years. Look, results speak volumes, and the results that he got were amazing, and we know how fair he is as a person.
And he pulled them out of the absolute mire that Australian cricket was in.
The frustration, which would be so bad to go through, is, like he said, say it to my face, not behind my back, and leak it to people. Why aren't you just having a conversation with me? I'll take it on board. I'll amend things.
And I wonder if it's the age of the younger guys coming through that they haven't been able to be in a situation where they feel comfortable having a tough conversation. Anyway, we're going to get right.
Surely they could text then.
God, we're right behind you, JL. Don't worry about that.
Sucks.
Hey, over to the World Cup last night. Games galore, obviously. And when you watch this, and
you know, as you
guys
are,
haven't been
Nathan,
watching it,
getting up at 3 a.m.
tell
to
you
watch
what,
soccer.
the quality is so good. The noise and the atmosphere at the stadium is amazing. But when you watch, say, the A-League and or even Premier League to a degree, within about 5 minutes, particularly the A-League, you're like, oh my God, these guys are terrible. And I know they're professionals, but then you see it at the top level, and it's quite amazing how good these guys are. I know they're lifelong football/soccer, what would you call them, experts, but that'd be an understatement. But the quality of it's good. It's really entertaining. I'm enjoying it.
So are you talking about the level of play? Are you talking? All right. So you're amazed that the best in the world are like the best in the world.
No, but I've watched soccer for a long time, mate. But unless you get to the World Cup,
He's
the whole
really
thing,
loving
I
it,
can't watch
everyone.
the whole game. I can never watch a whole game. But the Premier League, there's some games. I went to the Premier League. I've been to
Amy disagrees.
Yeah,
the Italian league.
Amy, get over here. What's your issue?
Yeah,
with
you're
Sean?
our soccer expert around here.
Get over here.
No, you follow Spurs because it has to. You have to.
I follow
'cause in your
football.
You do not.
Shots fired.
You know what? Right back in his face, Amy. Keep
You
going.
do not.
Keep going.
So check it out if you've got a chance. SBS, the games
You're
are
telling
on.
people to check out the World Cup.
I'm telling you, mate, the games are very, very entertaining.
But do you think people? So there are people watching it? I think.
Yeah, no, there
There's
are.
thousands.
There are, but
Give
they're
it-
not watching it because he told them to. What about the upsets?
Wow, Sean,
So
what if-
Germany went down.
Sean,
That was an
sorry.
upset.
What if-
Argentina went down. That was an upset.
What if after
Not
today,
everyone's
Sean?
watching the soccer.
What-
If I just give it
If
a bit
there
of
is a
thought, do
ratings
yourself
bump
a
today,
say.
we know why.
Thank you, Nathan.
We
Thank
know
you,
why.
Nathan.
Because Sean
Yes.
said to watch
Sean
it.
said,
Blue Samurai.
give it a go.
Japan getting over the top of Germany. Can
Yeah.
you imagine Germany?
Amazing.
It'd be an absolute meltdown.
Yes.
That is disappointing for them, but good to see the Minnows having a crack
Yeah.
there. I was watching Croatia, actually, and I guess it was last night. Quite a boring game, actually. They had so many opportunities.
It was a 0-0 draw, wasn't it?
It was a 0-0 draw,
Yeah.
but the skill level once again.
Wow. But then again, you just said it was boring, so I don't think I'm going to watch.
Yeah, that was a contradiction.
No, but he told you to give it a go,
Now
Nathan.
the ratings just went down, Sean. People are hanging on your every word. The World Cup depends on it.
All right. Well, I'm
You're
telling
being
you.
paid by the Qatari government. What's happening here?
Me and David Beckham.
Are you
we're
one of those?
splitting the check.
Are you one of those paid fans in the crowd?
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Well, you might have seen this in the news and certainly in the paper, and that was to do with Justin Langer having a chat to Will Schofield on his podcast and really opening up.
It's the first time we've heard him really open up about it. Like he's hinted at stuff, but this is the first time he really went all out.
I guess in a podcast setting, then you're exploring different areas.
And you've got time to do it as well.
I loved how open and honest he was because it's exactly how we all thought he should have been feeling.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So first of all, Nath, he was talking about how all this information was going out into the media. He wasn't too happy with it, obviously.
A source says. I would say change that word for coward. A coward says. Not a source, because what do you mean a source says? They've either got an axe to grind with someone and they won't come and say it to your face, or they're just leaking stuff for their own agenda. I hate that.
So that was coming out of the Australian team when he'd pick up the paper and go, people saying stuff about me. You'd read that.
And you're like, how can this be? Yeah.
How do they know that information? Because I only said it to a group of people in here.
Yeah.
The other one he was talking about is that, so Pat Cummins, Finchy, Aaron Finch, who's captain of the one-day stuff that's stepped down now, but also Tim Payne, he was the test captain. So he had a conversation with Tim Payne. Tim Payne laid it on the line. Justin, this is what you need to get better at. Blah, blah, blah. I told him all the stuff. He said, thank God you were honest with me.
Yep.
Now I can do something about it.
I can take that on board. Yeah.
But then the next call was to Aaron Finch. This is how it went.
Then I rang Finchy. I said, mate, we've been captain and coach for 4 years. He goes, yeah, I know. You go, I don't like confrontation. What do you mean confrontation, mate? Just tell me. So he'd tell me. I go, oh, yeah, cool. And he's going, what, you're not upset? No, what do you mean upset? This is so fixable.
But also, 4 years.
Yes.
We don't spend day in, day out with Jay Allen. We know what he's like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are they frightened of?
I don't know. I don't know if it's the position of the captain that the coach, that let's say management, for whatever the reason, you don't feel comfortable going and speaking to that. Why do you not feel comfortable?
Or is it not feeling comfortable, or is it just being gutless?
Well,
a lot of people will go on and say, they'll go, oh, no, I'm going to say this to that person, I'm going to say this to that person, blah, blah, blah. Then when it comes to that person, they're very sheepish.
Oh, no. We all know that.
It's like Nathan trying to send food back.
Yes.
It's difficult.
Could only do it in COVID with a face mask over the phone. The face mask needed to be on me.
Or getting Sean to do it for you.
I would have thought the Australian cricket team overall, the journey would have done so many leadership courses that they would know that pure assessments is the best way to be able to go, okay, this is what you need, and therefore then you can act on it and progress, which can help all of us. We can work together in a harmonious situation.
Over our time here at Nova, we have had some managers that we have not gotten along with, and we have definitely, I will admit, bitch behind their back, but also did it right to their face.
Yes.
And you have to have
and
that
spoke to even more senior management
Yes.
about them. It wasn't like we just sort of let it fester.
And when they would come in after
to
go, what were you speaking to senior manager about? We'll go, you.
Yes.
The issues that we've talked to you about, which you refuse to, to acknowledge. You've got to be able to have those conversations. So you're right, Sean, in a scenario where they are at the top of their field and also playing amazingly.
Yeah.
Speak up.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean,
Pat Cummins is the other one that he brought up in this conversation.
Like when you've had coaches that you didn't like, and to take it back to a sporting arena, you didn't say anything to their faces though, did you?
No, earlier on, no. A few coaches, the first few coaches, Jared Nish and Messiah, because he was awesome. The next two coaches I had weren't very good, in my opinion, and they didn't have much time for me. So those conversations were difficult.
Yes.
And there wasn't face-to-face, other than the fact that they would say, you need to do this, Sean, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And you've just fallen out of favour. So that's where you're at. You're out of the team.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you can do about that. But we were able then to speak to management along the journey. They asked exactly where we thought the coaches stood.
Yeah.
And it wasn't my conversation generally all the time because I was feeling bad about that anyway.
Yeah.
So then they end up leaving. It was time after that when we brought in a proper leadership group, guys, and they took it over and said, let's start having these proper conversations, front up, and get ahead of the game.
Yeah.
And it's hard to hear that stuff, man. And I know we've had conversations, but it's nothing like you sitting down there and a whole group of people are writing down stuff and just sitting there going,
yeah.
Like you're tearing
Here's
into
some
each
feedback.
other. But you've got to be able to take it, and if you can,
that's right.
then we all grow together.
And it sounds like JL can take it and did take it when they actually told him. But you can't then expect him to change the way he does things if nobody says it to you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm amazed very interesting
that he has been able to move on from this because for what he did for that team and for Cricket Australia,
and the position they were in when he took them over,
to be let go
at the top of their game. And look what's happened to them.
I don't know how.
Didn't even make the finals.
Talk about hold a grudge or be bitter or something like that. It takes a big person to be able to move on from that.
Well, 100%. The Australian cricket team at the moment, they certainly have their opinions.
Yes.
Obviously, they've got their own story, right?
Yes.
That aside, 4,000 people turn up to watch them play their last one-day game at the MCG, which holds 104.
Yeah.
There you go.
A lot of empty seats. Yep. Tail wagging the dog.
Yeah, you'd think so.
It's 100,000 empty seats, is it?
Nathan, your maths is amazing.
Look
at him go.
Didn't do it in year 11 and 12.
You need to be over my house last night helping Ollie. He's got his exam today.
Done, mate.
There you go.
Swing on
Good luck, Ollie.
Swing on through.
Good luck, you're going to need it.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.